Hey y'all, it's Sha'Carri, and more than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment, but accepting this moment to be more. And so my only thing is I want to be more, not even just for myself, for my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate y'all supporting me and showing up and even holding me accountable to being my best self. So more than anything, I refuse to my family, for my fans, and overly appreciate y'all supporting me and showing up and even holding me accountable to being my best self. So more than anything, I refuse to run away. But not refuse to run, but I refuse to run away, but face everything that comes to me head on, because everything on the other side is greater, but you got to go through in order to get there. So I'm Sha'Carri, y'all. I appreciate y'all, and one love, much love, and y'all be blessed.
All right, so let me just be real, and this is me trying to come from a place of trying to critique the young woman and hoping that she does do better, the same way that I have the same feelings for when men go out here and do stuff and all this other type of stuff. I want people to realistically do better. And the first thing that I noticed when she was doing this apology was that she had a smirk. She was smiling, which to me, any man knows this. Whenever you hear a woman giving an apology, but she's smiling, she ain't serious. She don't really care. It's a joke. She's laughing, directly about it. And pretty much nothing is going to specifically change, because in a lot of instances, they feel that nothing needs to change except for the people around them and all of those things. They feel that they are fine exactly where it is that they are. Right. And she stated that she, needed to be more accountable. She's seeking the help and all this other type of stuff. She wanted to give thanks to all of the people that support her and everything of the sort. This is a bad look, the way that she decided to do this apology. And again, yeah, some people are going to sit up and say that, oh, well, she's young. Look at her, she's not a baby. She is a grown woman. She is in her 20s. She runs the Olympics. She represents the United States. You cannot give the baby title directly to her in order to try to excuse the actions that she has committed on video. I did a live stream and I showed off the video footage of what was from the airport security footage, and it looked bad. You had women online trying to downplay it, all this other type of stuff, and I'm like, that's crazy. You even had the young man that was specifically her boyfriend, and he's trying to sit up there and play it down, and I'm like, nah, bro. It's like, you don't need to play it. Like, she needs to be responsible for her actions, because again, if at any point in time, if the boyfriend decided that he wanted to do that, he wanted to get physical with Sha'Carri, nobody would feel sorry for him. No woman out here is trying to hear him talk about, oh, I apologize, and that really wasn't me. I'm seeking help. I went through this and all this. I'm learning more. No woman out here would accept any of what it is that he is saying, because women would leverage, oh, emotionally, I feel, because I've witnessed this. I've seen stories in movies. I've read about this. I've seen it on the news. I know women. I know best friends. They would levy all of this stuff in order to give a justification as to why it is that they're not going to believe you, even if you say it, or even if you were to do it and walk in those acts. They don't care, because they've already went through and suffered through and all this other stuff. All these experiences would dwarf whatever it is that you are basically saying, right? And for me, I'm looking at this and I'm like, this is crazy. This is 100% crazy. This is a bad message. Realistically, people are gonna be like, well, she is stating on camera that she's, she wants to be accountable and all this. I'm like, that's great, but you're smiling, you're laughing. I've been through too many instances with women where the moment in time that you see a woman laughing, it's not, and it's supposed to be something sincere. She does not care. It's not real. I'm not trying to hear excuses of people saying that, oh, well, maybe she's just nervous to be on camera. People can't help how it is that, they look when you're being filmed in the privacy. You set up the camera. You decided to talk. You're not in front of the press or there's no reason to be nervous. You literally run the Olympics. You represent the United States of America. You train. You're in the public eye. You can't sit up there and tell me that you're still nervous. You should have basically been gotten used to this. Like I said, I'm reiterating and stating this again because I'm not trying to see this type of stuff in the comment section. The exact same energy that I give directly to men when things like this take place and people want to come out there and give these apologies, and I'm sitting up there saying like, yo, if you were really about that life as a man, then you wouldn't have done it the first time. There is no excuse for you to have done this at all. There's no excuse. And I say the exact same thing, and I'm giving the exact same energy directly to Sha'Carri and what it is that the actions that she performed directly on her boyfriend that was not fighting back. He was not trying to push her or none of that. He did not at any moment in time get physical with her, even to defend himself. And I'm talking about she body pushed this dude directly into one of the columns at the airport. And then she did it a second time, basically knocking this dude off camera to where you couldn't even see. Like I said before, all of those actions are crazy. It's abhorrent, and it should not have happened at all. And in a lot of these instances, as I stated before, a lot of men are not going to report on these types of things. They're not going to speak out against it. They're not going to be advocates. They're not going to do police reports. Because in a multitude of times and instances, number one, women are going to laugh at you. If you're going through this, I don't care what any other woman is going to say in the comment section where they're like, I would never laugh. I don't care. The greater majority of women directly out here find it hilarious when guys get hands put on them by way of women. Proof of which, this is why even out in public, you don't see women trying to go out there and defend a man when these things are happening. They don't. Some women get directly off on this. This is how they get their rocks off. They're like, yeah, that's good for us. We've been through so much and yada, yada, yada. When this is happening with men and they're the ones doing the attacking, men are out there. It's a 50-50. Men are like, yo, I don't really want to, do too much because I don't know what the, specifics are. It's the same thing that police basically state. These are the types of things that they don't even like dealing with. They would rather deal with a bank robbery than deal with a domestic situation between a man and a woman, because it can go any which way, right? You got that portion, but then you got other dudes out here like, yo, I got a sister, I got a mom, this, that, and the third. Like, I got daughters. Like, I would never allow dudes to sit up there and put hands on them. So let me step in and basically stop this and calm it down and all this other type of stuff, right? Again, you got those two demographics, and those are the actions that they will sit up there and perform. When it deals with women, again, 9 times out of 10, and I promise you, because I've seen this too many times, 9 times out of 10, women are not taking action to sit up there and get that woman off of that guy. They're not body blocking and putting their lives directly in front. But if it's the reverse, if it's a dude trying to do something to a woman, strike or whatnot or whatever, women will immediately put their bodies on the line in order to defend that other woman. Like I said, there's no such thing as equality. Again, people can miss me with that, because people aren't being real about wanting equality, about things wanting to be even. They want to cherry pick certain types of things. Like I said, case in point, this incident. I didn't see a spark. I didn't see an outcry. I didn't see fields of women deciding that they wanted to go on social media and really start talking about what Sha'Carri did and how this is harmful and what this is going to sit up there and put in the minds of other women and how this could turn other women to really start going out there and ramping up attacks on. I didn't see none of that. I didn't see none of that because genuinely women don't care. And I told people this time and time again, when it deals with incidences like this and many others, people do not care. In general, people don't care, but specifically women do not care. A lot of negative things happen to guys all day long. Women ain't saying nothing. The only time women will actually speak is if it's a son, if it may be a brother. Rarely if it's like their father or an uncle. Right? But like I said, when it hits close to home, that's when women want to sit up there and stand up, speak up, and they want to, start, putting their fists together and they want to rah with people. Other than that, they're not out there trying to risk their lives for random dudes out here. But yet, in the same extent, these women want guys to sit up there and risk their lives whenever it is that they are in these exact same circumstances where a dude is putting hands on them. Automatically, we should just be all piling up, just ready to sacrifice our lives. But yet we don't get the same thing in return. Like I said, that's crazy. That's not a symbiotic relationship. That's a parasitic relationship. And that's crazy. Like I said, the whole main thing of me talking about this is to shine a light directly on this, so hopefully things will sit up there and change. And hopefully the same person that pulled up to the live stream when I covered this that wanted to call me gay because I wanted to advocate and I wanted to speak up for men, but in general, I'm being an advocate against this whole thing dealing with DV and IPV that happens on a daily basis within relationships. It doesn't even matter the demographics. Like I said, I hope that person shows up again to try to levy that branding as to try to call me gay, because I want to speak out about this, and I also want to speak against it. I hope you pull up to the comment section like you pulled up to the live stream. I hope you do. I hope you do, so you can showcase the stupidity, the lack of intelligence of which that you have when it deals with what it is that I speak on this platform and how I speak about it. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.